Italy whispers to you, cobblestone piazzas echoing with centuries of laughter, vineyards spilling like gold over sun-baked hills, coastal villages clinging to cliffs above seas of liquid sapphire. This isn't just a destination, it's La Dolce Vita in motion. But with endless wonders calling, where does your dream begin? We've roamed every ancient alley and tasted every secret recipe to bring you the top 10 soul-stirring escapes that don't just show Italy, they let you live it. Ready to write your Italian story? Rome, Eternal City's Layers. Rome isn't ruins, it's a living archaeological lasagna. At dawn, slip into the Pantheon as sunlight pierces its 2,000-year-old oculus, illuminating marble floors trodden by emperors. By dusk, lose yourself in Trastevere's vine-strangled alleys where grandmothers hand-roll cacio e pepe in open windows, and ivy swallows medieval bell towers. But the magic ignites at midnight. The Colosseum's arches glow blood orange, silent but for stray cats patrolling stones that once echoed with gladiator roars. Venice, drowning dream. Forget the crowds. True Venice whispers at 5 a.m. when fog curls like phantom rivers through empty canals. Watch glass Nistro Simone on Murano Island spin molten crystal into dragons at 1200 degrees Celsius, a 700-year-old craft vanishing with rising seas. At high tide, wade through Acqua Alta in St. Mark's Square, your reflection shimmering on marble colonnades. Secret? Climb Campanile di San Giorgio at sunset, the only vantage point where Venice floats, unreachable and eternal, as gondoliers sing O Sole Mio into the lagoon's dying light. Amalfi Coast, divine vertigo. This isn't a coast, it's a cathedral of cliffs. Drive the SS-163 at dawn, hairpin turns unveiling villages glued to cliffs like swallows' nests. Hike the Sentiero delle Dei, Path of the Gods, where wild oregano perfumes the air and goats clatter bells on slopes plunging 2,000 feet into turquoise. But the miracle hides at Fiordo di Furore, a fjord so hidden its pebble beach only appears when tides retreat at midnight. Paddle through bioluminescent waters as phosphorescent plankton ignites beneath your kayak. Tuscany, golden hypnosis. Tuscany's hills aren't scenery, they're hypnotic poetry. At Val d'Orcia's golden hour, shadows stripe rolling wheat fields like a Renaissance painting. Join truffle hunter Luca and his Lagotto Romagnolo dog digging up tuber magnatum worth €5,000 per kilogram near Montalcino. Underground, in Montalcino's candlelit wine caves, sip Brunello so ancient it tastes of volcanic soil and oak ghosts. Sleep in a 14th century farmhouse where swallows nest in your ceiling beams, and dawn arrives with the scent of wood-fired bread. Cinque Terre, chromatic chaos. 5 villages aren't enough. At sunrise, Vernazza's harbor glows apricot. Fishermen mend nets while nanas hang chili garlands from candy-colored houses. Taste Shakatra wine pressed from grapes grown on cliffs so steep, harvesters rope themselves to terraces. But the real dare? Midnight cliff jumps at Guvano Beach, a nude, hidden cove accessible only through a pitch-dark railway tunnel. Emerge to moonlight silvering the Ligurian Sea as you plunge into water warm as blood. Sicily, volcanic soul. Sicily bleeds fire and honey. Scale Stromboli at dusk. Feel the volcano rumble underfoot as it spits lava into the Tyrrhenian Sea, nature's nightly fireworks. In Palermo, Cappella Palatina's golden mosaics tell tales of Arab emirs and Norman kings, their faces glowing in candlelight. But the revelation? Savoca's Cannoli Lab, where ricotta flows like lava, sprinkled with pistachios from Mount Etna slopes. Eat where the Godfather filmed, the air thick with jasmine and omerta. Dolomites, stone giants. These aren't mountains, they're petrified dragons. Climb Via Ferrata delle Trincee, iron cables bolted to WWY trenches to peer into Austria from vertigo ledges. In Alpe di Siusi's meadows, join cheese monk Brother Herman as he ages Strathcos in ice caves smelling of hay and ambition. At dusk, ride the Seceda cable car to 8,000 feet. The Dolomites ignite in Enrosadera, a blush pink light show no camera captures, only memory. Pompeii, frozen symphony. Pompeii doesn't sleep, it haunts. By day, touch bakeries where carbonized loaves still sit in ovens. But night unlocks truth. Join archaeologists with UV lamps revealing Villa dei Mysteri's frescoes, Dionysian orgies glowing blood red in the dark. Stand before the two maidens' plaster cast, not levers, but two boys fleeing ash, their final embrace preserved in volcanic suffocation. Vesuvius looms, whispering, "I'm not done." Puglia, stone and sea. Puglia sculpts dreams in stone. Sleep in a 15th century trullo, its conical roof humming with centuries of prayers. Harvest millennial olive trees with Nonno Vito, pressing oil so green it burns your throat. Then dive into Grotta Palazzese, a restaurant carved into a sea cave where waves crash beneath your table, spraying salt onto orecchiette with wild chicory. At midnight, Polignano a Mare's cliffs glow, daredevils leaping 80 feet into moonlit coves. Milan, Gothic futurism. Milan stitches time. Book months ahead to witness Da Vinci's Last Supper, its fading disciples lit by argon lamps in a bomb-proof vault. But the soul? Navigli's Canals at Aperitivo. Sip Negroni's Bagliato beside murals of cycling nuns while DJs spin vinyl from vintage Fiats. If this journey moved you, smash that like button. It fuels our odysseys. Subscribe to wander deeper into the world's sacred places.